Hey everyone, how's it going? Today I'm giving my final thoughts on the LG Volt 2 on Boost Mobile. Had this phone for quite a while now and I've used it a lot, and so this video is basically going to be just my pros and the cons of what I think of it and do I recommend it and all that stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and get started in with it. This phone does have a 1.2 gigahertz quad-core Snapdragon 410 processor with 1 gigabyte of RAM, 8 gigs of built-in storage, and it does support a micro SD card slot. Battery is removable. Got a nice 5-inch HD display with an 8 megapixel camera on the rear and a 5 megapixel camera here on the front. 1080p record in the back, and I think it's also 1080p record in the front. So really nice phone, really nice camera. The phone feels really good. It has a really nice curved look to the side here. The screen is flat, but the back has a curvedness to it, which is really nice. The back buttons is a love or hate thing. Personally, I soon would prefer sticking to the button on the side for volume rocker and power button, because if you put this phone in your back pocket or side pocket or whatever, I have found the phone will power on by itself, power off by itself, or the volume will turn up or down by itself, or the camera will come on and stuff like that, because it's very sensitive to push and very easy to push. So therefore, kind of a love or hate thing. It's a nice feature. Personally, I soon have it on the sides here. It does have a flash. Battery is also removable. So what are my thoughts on the LG Volt 2? Is it a better upgrade than the original Volt that came out a little while back? Yes and no. You got to look at some of the features that were took off of the Volt 2 that were on the original Volt, like NFC, which is a big thing. I like having NFC. A lot of older phones have it, when a lot of newer phones don't seem to have it. Like the Warp Elite right here, the Volt 2. Some other phones that you figure would have NFC does not have it. Also, the Hour Blaster was nice on the original Volt. It don't have that either. Also, the buttons were on the body of the phone. The back, the home button, which actually glue pulsated when you had a notification, and your settings button and everything. Instead of of the buttons being on screen down here at the bottom. So when you look at a 5-inch display with the bottom buttons, you're getting about a 4.8, 4.7, 4.8, something like that. So really about the same as the original Volt that had a 4.7-inch screen. What are some pros and cons? The pros is this one has a very good camera, front and rear. This is a great selfie camera. A great camera to record yourself like I'm doing right now, to use on, like Periscope, Meerkat, all these, live streaming apps that we have. This phone is awesome for that. It takes very good pictures, very good videos. Rear camera takes very good pictures as well as some good videos. Of course, in full 1080 in the rear. Full 1080 in the front as well. So pretty good specs. Like I said, the call quality is good, reception is good, very strong. The battery is removable, which is a major plus as well. A lot of phones don't have that option anymore, but this phone does. If I can get the back of it off, I will show you. But for some reason tonight, I just can't get this back battery door off. I left my little pin over there to take it off with. There we go. I got it. So as you can see here, back battery is replaceable, which is becoming a dying thing in phones. Personally, I prefer a battery that can be replaced, because if you happen to have a phone where the battery is built in and the battery goes bad, it's got to be sent in or whatever to have it replaced or whatever. So I prefer to have a battery that can be replaced and not have to worry about it. That's just my preference. Buy a spare battery on eBay for like $10, $15. You're ready to roll. Also, your micro SIM card slot and micro SD card slots up here up top. So really cool, really nice. The phone is built really good. So really, I mean, a lot of good stuff to it. You know, screen looks very good, very clear. Basic use is very smooth. Has really no lag to it at all. Now for the bad. The bad to this phone is the storage. Now, as most of y'all know, of course, 1 GB of RAM, not a big deal. It's a low-end device. It's not going to be, you know, heavily spec'd. 8 GB of onboard storage. The sad part is you only got 3.38 gigs available to user. You know, and one thing I've always wondered is why LG has to have 4.6, 4.7 gigs for, you know, its phones to use that much storage. I mean, I have seen other phones that have 8 GB of storage that has 4, 5, 5.5 gigs available to user, when LG really don't have no more than like 3.5 on most of their phones. So that's a disappointment. At least you can move apps to the SD card. Of course, not the whole app moves, just a little percentage of it moves over. But it does leave a little bit of room for, you know, extra room. But I would prefer, you know, it'd be nice if it had around 4 gig, at least half of the 8 GB available to users. That's one of the negatives with this phone. Battery life is so-so. It's got good battery life, but when you go with a 5-inch screen plus 720p display and go, you know, 25, I think it's a 2540 milliamp hour battery versus a 3000 in the LG Volt, you can expect a drop in battery life, but I have got some pretty good times on this phone on battery life. So it's not the best, but it gets you through a whole day, you know, of moderate usage. Now, when this phone gets used pretty heavy, I have noticed this thing lags a lot. Earlier today, I was on here trying to play games, get on Facebook, and get on some just normal apps, doing it kind of fast, just seeing how it's going to operate. And honestly, it just froze. It just would freeze. It wouldn't do anything. And that's one thing I've noticed with this phone. Now, I have heard other reviewers say, you know, with the phone was rooted, that it runs, you know, fantastic. And I do agree, and I can understand why, by freeing up a lot, you know, more RAM, freeing up more, you know, ROM and everything else. But as far as being stock, I have noticed quite a bit of lag whenever you are trying to use it hard. It's not bad. It's enough to get on your nerves, nothing to get on my nerves. But you know, it's what it is. It's a low-end phone, $100 for this phone. You know, and for the most part, it plays games good. You know, like Asphalt 8, which is a bigger game. You know, all these other games I've played Angry Birds 2, Temple Run. I've played a lot of these newer games that just came out, and it seems to hold its own. You know, really smooth gameplay. It's just sometimes when it gets bogged down, it wants to really slow down. So that's the only issue I've really found with it. You know, other than that, the phone is built really well. It's really solid, and I'd recommend it. I would give it out of a 5, I'd give it about a 4 because of the lag that I have encountered with the phone. Other than that, the phone has been perfect. It has worked flawlessly. Signal is strong. Reception is strong. Call quality is strong. And it's just a good phone all the way around. So anyway, to keep this video shorter than 10 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. If you got any questions or comments about the LG Volt 2, leave them in the comment section below. I'll get back with you as soon as possible. If it's helped you out a little bit, hit that like button. I'd appreciate that as well. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. Y'all have a good one, and we'll see y'all in the next video.